You're listening to After the Review with Peter and Terrell. New episodes of our podcast are available every Tuesday afternoon on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Podbean. If you like our content, remember to comment, share, and subscribe, and enjoy the episode. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is After the Review with Peter and Terrell. I'm your host, Peter, and Terrell's still missing. Can't find him. Aliens still have him. So Matt's back again this week with just us two. What's up, Matt?
Hey, what's up, Pete, man? I bet our guy Terrell. He's probably in tier 5 lockdown in Seattle right now. But who knows? We'll find him soon. I'm pretty sure. Pretty confident.
We're hopeful. But Thursday we got the NFL schedule. It was like a little celebration party in May. Woohoo! We finally get to know. Everyone already knew who they were playing. Now we get to see when, where. What all the primetime games. What'd you think of the Cowboys schedule?
Man, I'll tell you, I think we texted about it immediately. Okay, first thing, I'm looking at the schedule right now. I see the Rams logo with green behind it. That is the most atrocious thing I've ever seen. Side note.
We're not letting go of this, how bad this Rams logo is.
Yeah, no, I feel like we keep pounding about that, but dude, it's horrible. I'll be honest, man. I see 8-8 written all over this.
Right? A little... It's not an easy schedule.
Yeah, they got some cupcakes in the middle, and then even the cupcakes, like Atlanta's probably gonna be better this year. Arizona will be better this year, you would think.
I want no part of that. Kyler Murray returns to Texas in a primetime game. That's a Monday night game, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, no part of that.
The Redskins. It'll be the only easy games I see, and then it's a rivalry game, so. And you play them twice, and I guarantee one of them will be tied in the fourth quarter. It's just how it is, Every rivalry game seems to be that way.
Yep.
The Redskins, and then that's it. Bengals. Because then you got the Super Bowl, the runner-ups, San Francisco. You got the Rams with Sean McVay. You got Matt Ryan, Todd Gurley, and Julio Jones. Say what you want about Todd Gurley, but, he still can pop off. He can have one of those games. Cleveland's going to be much improved. Arizona's going to be much improved. Eagles Cowboys is always a great game. Steelers Cowboys is always a great game. Your Vikings are going to be a tough game.
You got to come to the bank, baby. Ain't no freebies over there.
Maybe the Giants. Both times.
Exactly. That's it.
Yeah,
it's tough when you got to play the AFC North. It's besides the Bengals. I mean, if you're assuming Big Ben is back to being Big Ben, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and Baltimore, not at all easy to deal with. And then you got to play the West, right? Yeah, you're playing San Francisco, Seattle, Arizona, and the Rams.
Yeah, maybe the Raiders might be, but they're much improved too. I think
that's
AFC.
AFC.
They got a little something cooking. Yeah. AFC West. Sorry, not NFC West.
Yeah. So.
What do you think about the Vikings schedule?
Well, I love how I'm convinced the schedule people hate us. They do not like us at all. There's a great conspiracy against our team. Let's see. Open up week 1 for the first time ever. We get the Packers week 1, 12 o'clock noon. I was like, okay, cool. I guess we're playing the Packers in Minnesota week 1 because that's what I'm looking forward to. It's a decent start early. I know they talked about putting a lot of the out-of-conference games early. And they have a lot of division games week 1. I think there's 8 division games week 1. So
I was about to say that.
Yeah, so they can move though. They can do some finagling with the schedule because we don't necessarily know what the start or what the world's going to look like.
Right.
In September. So I did like that because we play 3 straight AFC games after that. We're at the Colts, Titans at home, and then we're in Houston at the start of October. I'll hopefully be there. And then, of course, though, we got to go to Seattle. We play at Seattle on a Sunday night game. Oh, they were so nice to us. We've only played on Monday night 2 consecutive years in Seattle, so they moved it to Sunday night for us, Great. Just, they're nice to us. Let's see other quirks. Oh, Monday night in Chicago. That's always fun. I'm sure in November, the grass will be torn up and destroyed. It'll be like a damn, swamp in Soldier Field. I know it took... It was that one. I remember that one year when the Cowboys were good and they played at the Bears and they saw that field and they were complaining about it. It's like, yes, this is stuff I deal with every year playing in Chicago. How terrible the fields are and the conditions that they put them through.
Do they not cover it on purpose? Or?
Yeah, I don't know what they do. It's like Green Bay. Green Bay has terrible fields too, but we're at least used to playing in Green Bay because they don't have any heating under the stadium. I don't think that's why the ground is all weird or something.
Rock hard.
Yeah, it's rock hard, but then they I don't know. They run like heaters over it to like swampy it up. It's just terrible. The sod is terrible in Chicago too. But let's see. We get the Cowboys coming off a bye. Didn't like that. We get the Buccaneers off their bye. That's fun. I'm looking forward to play Tom in December. Playing in Tampa in December off of his bye. That's going to be great.
Yeah.
So excited. Let's see. We have the first Christmas Day game that's on a Friday. So we're playing on a Friday on Christmas Day at New Orleans. The only good thing is that...
Quick thing.
Yeah,
quick thing. You think that's kind of a middle finger to the NBA?
Yeah, I think so. That's the NBA's day. Like, that's their slot. Like, maybe they're thinking basketball because Adam Silver, we can go on this later, that Adam Silver's getting hammered right now with how he's handling everything compared to Goodell. So they're saying, all right, you guys aren't even going to play, I'm sure, on Christmas because you're so scared of everything. We're playing on Christmas on a Friday, which they never do. It's weird, of course. But at the Saints, so that's going to be fun at the end of the season. The only benefit is the Vikings don't have to go anywhere cold at the end of the year. I think at Chicago's our coldest game. Yeah, got a bunch of home games, and then at Detroit, at the Saints, and at Tampa. Tampa's our last outdoor road game, so whatever. I'm okay with it.
I'm trying to see a cupcake schedule for somebody.
Dude, it's Baltimore. Baltimore has the softest, plays the weakest schedule, and they play nobody at the end there. It's
Jacksonville, New York, Bengals.
Yes, at Cleveland maybe is a tough one, and then they get Dallas on a full week, though, on a Thursday, coming off of Thanksgiving. At Pittsburgh on Thanksgivings, they're, maybe, but it's them in Pittsburgh. Who cares? They don't have to travel anywhere either. It's so weird.
Maybe Indianapolis kind of looks like they have a decent, besides, I know.
But they're coming off a bye when they play at Indianapolis. So it's like, I know the Ravens have the easiest strength of schedule. Obviously, the Bengals are going to be better, but you play Houston and Kansas City early. Yeah. It's when I want to play them. You play at Philly kind of early. It's just very, very... It's set... I would bet heavy on the Ravens right now. Heavy.
Yeah, I'm going to take a quick... At Cleveland week 1, at Texans.
I guess the only thing with the Texans is it's a long week because the Texans and the Chiefs open up the season on the Thursday the 10th as the opener, where the Chiefs get their their banner and their rings. I'm sure they get their coronation that they so deserve.
Yeah, man. Let me look at the Chiefs here. Someone was thinking like the Chiefs might have that year, like the Packers did.
Oh,
the Super Bowl win 2009.
Little letdown.
Like 13-3 or something, and then lose in the first round or something.
Yeah, my dad was thinking the same thing. He's like, I don't think they're gonna have the drive after winning.
Yeah. Well, maybe Pat Mahomes. Hopefully, he's a killer like that.
Yeah, he could just throw the football and they can win 10 games though.
Yeah. I hope he's got that killer mentality because I like watching him play at the playoffs. He always does something insane. So
I know. I mean, the only tough is they do got to play the NFC South or the NFC South, so they're playing the Saints, the Buccaneers late. They're playing both those teams late, so something you don't want
to. Well, theoretically, if you're playing New Orleans late, though, Drew Brees kind of has been losing.
He's dead. Yeah, Drew Brees is dead right there. It's Jameis. Jameis is going to be quarterbacking for them.
Man, Drew Brees been getting noodle arm by November 1st.
The Saints have a brutal stretch. I looked this up. This is insane. You ready for this stretch? Starting week 8, they're at Chicago, at Tampa, the Niners, Atlanta at home. That's a division game, but, Atlanta. At Denver, at Atlanta again, at the Eagles, the Chiefs at home, then the Vikings at home on a short week, and then at the Panthers.
Golly.
The Saints, I don't think the Saints are winning that division.
No, to me it's Tampa's to lose at this point, right?
I know. They got 5. What did they get? They had 5. Tampa had 5 primetime games. They've had 15 they've had 3 in the last 15 years, some crazy thing like that.
I forget who the moneymaker is. So.
Oh, Tom Terrific. There was a lot of teams. I think 8 teams got 5 primetime games. Let me check this. Yeah, Tampa Bay, Baltimore, Dallas, Green Bay, Kansas City, the Rams, the Patriots, and the Niners. I don't know why people want to see the Patriots lose, I guess.
I think the Raiders got 3, didn't they?
Yeah, they got a bunch of home ones. I know that in Vegas. They're open.
They got the Rams and the Raiders. Yeah, good games.
Week 2, I think they're christening the stadium at home on Monday Night Football, which should be really fun to watch in Vegas. That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, oh yeah, with the Saints. Yeah.
Ooh, I'm about it. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, the Jets and Dolphins play back-to-back games against each other.
Really?
Yes, they play week 10, both have a bye in week 11, and then play again week 12. That's crazy.
Who thought about that?
I don't know. They did. I think they're trying to negotiate the schedule for the coronavirus, but I don't know, man. It seems like a weird schedule compared to every other year.
Okay, I'm an idiot. I figured out it was color coded at the bottom.
Oh yeah, looking at the graphic, we got this whole breakdown on.
I was literally thinking to myself, what the hell is all these different colors for?
Yeah, it tells you who's
head,
prime time games.
Yeah,
they're trying to help you out.
Yeah.
But let's see any other quirk. I was trying to see any other weird quirks about the thing. Oh yeah, they have 2 doubleheaders set up at the end of the season. I think it's week 16 and week 15 and week 16. They have 2 Saturday doubleheaders that are totally open. So 4 team,
right.
Yeah. So 8 teams are going to be getting extra primetime games at the end there, which I like. I like flexing big matchups that we're going to see late in the season.
Right.
To what's going to be good. So. Because you never know. I mean, it always turns out that there's some random ass team that's it's like a random sneaky good matchup late in the season that nobody would have had.
Flex it.
Yeah, that's like, oh yeah, like holy cow, like Pittsburgh's playing the Colts, and one of those teams is going to the playoffs. They need to win it for the wild card or whatever, especially with the extra wild card this year.
Right.
So
Miami has no primetime games, I don't think.
Oh, I think their big game is Tua Burrows late in, I think it's like week 13, yeah, Cincy and Miami. So hopefully by that time Tua's in there, and we could see top 2 quarterbacks going at it. The future maybe.
A little Tiger Tide action.
Oh, little rematch. Tua maybe gets I think Tua might get the better of him on the rematch. Miami's a little better, I think.
See Tua's brother's transferring too.
Is he?
That's kind of off topic. Yeah, that's what I read yesterday, I believe, or the day before. Yeah.
I guess because he's not going to play quarterback there. I guess the other guy's going to. What is?
I don't even know who their backup is or who's going to be the starter. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
No, it's everybody else. It's everybody else on that team in Bama. What else?
Yeah. Yeah, jeez.
So a little off topic on the call. I like that though. Did you see what's his face? We can go into this. The 5-star running back committed to TCU today.
Zachary Adams.
Yes, out of North Shore. Yeah, he's been a roller coaster.
I've heard like mixed things about that. That clearly, no doubt, the talent is there for him, but I know it's an attitude problem. But I feel like it's been exacerbated. Or maybe, obviously, some stuff probably hasn't come out, but what I heard the story is they're going to the state championship game, and the high school head coach said something about like not having her phone, and he basically said, "Screw you, I do what I want," or something like that.
Yeah, he wasn't going to let them have their phone in their rooms the night before the game.
Yeah, which
it's like, come on, dude, really?
Yeah.
What do you think they're going to be doing? Oh, they're going to be up all night. What?
Yeah.
If that's an issue for you at that point in time, you're not going to win the game anyway.
Yeah, like, what is this? Remember the Titans? Like, come on. Yeah, I don't know. I thought that was odd. Maybe there's just got to be some extenuating circumstances we don't know. Because clearly, there's no doubt he's the best running back in the country. When you watch him, he's unreal.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. And then I was surprised that was the first 5-star TCU's ever gotten. I was like, TCU was really good for a stretch there. I figured they would have picked up a 5-star.
I did not know that.
Yeah, pretty crazy, right?
Gary Patterson's kind of not really. They're kind of like Boise State. They kind of have they just get dudes in there and Iowa, and they just fit their system.
They used to be Mountain West, them in Boise State, so it's the same kind of.
They just kind of recruit dudes who fit their scheme, and then they make them elite.
They do, yes. That's when they first started getting good. My dad was all over. It's like, well, you're in Texas. Everybody, all the big boy schools like Texas A&M, Texas, Baylor, Oklahoma, pick up all the 5-stars and 4-stars, and then you just recruit these little undersized guys, probably really good football IQ. Yeah, really good football IQ, played big-time football in Texas, a bunch of 5A guys. I know my buddy who played for us went there at corner, but he was a little under. He was 5'9" at corner, so a little undersized. Yeah. But it's that kind of thing. Like you said, Gary Patterson just coaches the shit out of them, and they become super good at what they do.
Yeah, I know Gary Patterson's very well respected in NFL circles. Kind of like Kirk Ferentz over at Iowa. Like they just, I don't know, like they just put good players, like solid players, in not necessarily a bunch of them, but when they do go into the NFL, they are solid players for
They're
multiple
definitely
years.
they're going to be well disciplined and intelligent guys. Usually is what you find. I find it funny though. Gary Patterson's the one that started the whole Baker's a terrible person thing.
That is, oh my God, dude, I forgot about that because here's the thing. It's not even necessarily Baker Mayfield. I heard
it was his dad. Yes.
Yeah.
They said,
and I heard that from multiple like coaches back when I was doing recruiting operations. I'm not trying to flex on you people, but I've heard that from multiple coaches that it wasn't necessarily Baker's fault.
So his quote was, because Baker loved wearing that chip on his shoulder, like, I walked on, nobody offered me twice, blah blah blah. And Gary Patterson's like, why don't you talk to Baker and his dad why nobody offered him? Everybody knew Baker was super talented in high school. It's not like, I mean, he was at Lake Travis. They won a state championship while he was the quarterback. And everybody knew he could sling the rock.
It's not like Lake Travis has dudes like that either. They're just a really kind of like
they are a system.
TCU, they're very well coached.
I don't know when that transition was. Lake Travis was always so. For those who don't know, Texas high school football, there used to be 5 divisions, and 5A is the highest. And Lake Travis was 4A, and they would dominate 4A every year, and people would think they're elite, and then anytime they would play they played 2 teams in our district, well, because we were 5A in high school, and they played 2 middle tier teams in our district, and they barely beat both of them. They wouldn't play us when we were top dogs. They wanted no part of that smoke. So I always thought it was a little overrated, but they've actually adjusted being 5 or 6A now that they're 6 divisions. They've moved up to the top division, and they actually win there too. So they get a little bit more credit in my book.
Yeah, I unfortunately got to run into them in a state championship game in 2010. And I'm sure most of our audience will remember Garrett Gilbert at Texas.
Oh,
the quarterback. Rip. Yeah, so that's kind of a throwback name for you. But I'm not even talking about him. I'm talking about his brother, Griffin.
Yeah, it was that. I knew it was after.
And he was like 6'7", and he was a wide receiver, tight end, kind of like a flex option, I would say. Kind of like your Rob Gronkowski type guy. And I think our tallest corner was 5'9", so we put our 6'2" corner, or our 6'2" receiver to play corner on him. The state championship game, because he was just
the only hope. The only hope. Yeah,
it's like Wilt Chamberlain out there in the 50s. Like, what are you gonna do?
And they run a full spread air raid offense back when it was popular, and so they're just running everybody at you 5 wide all night.
Then we had a dude. I think their quarterback Michael ended up going to Texas Tech.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's
went
right.
to Virginia Tech, but his little brother Charlie is a quarterback at Baylor. So I don't know a lot of people, but Charlie is being a really good player, and is a good player now. So that's a little sidetrack there on high school football.
I liked that. It was a little. Hey, it's more personal. The people get to know us a little better. Let's see. Yeah. What else happened? Oh, UFC was back this weekend. They held an event. Right. They held UFC 249 in Florida. No crowd. I'll tell you what, it was very interesting to watch with no crowd. I know you said you didn't get to catch it, but just to hear the punches, the sound of punches that these people are getting hit with in the face is unbelievable. They're so loud. It's so loud. It's just like, dude.
I need to maybe see. I probably won't find it on YouTube, but that's a good point. I never really thought about that. I'm sure it's like insanely, like just the power those guys have.
Yes,
they put in the punches and kicks.
It was ridiculous because you never hear it when the crowds are going crazy and stuff. It's just like so solid connections, and you're like, oh my God, that's a human body that's just taking that beating, like punch after punch. And it was really funny. They said that they could hear the commentators, Daniel Cormier and Joe Rogan. They could hear them talking about the fight, and they're like trying to coach, and they're like critiquing them out there. And it's like, man, talk about a mental game when you can like hear the commentators talking about you and what you need to do and you're not doing it and they don't get it. Athletes are very kind of sometimes a little flaky in the head game. Like that's going to be getting into some people's heads, I think, and who knows what's going to happen. They're going to shut down.
Kind of like kickers and pitchers.
Oh yes, just get the yips all of a sudden.
Generally the most mentally weak players on the team.
Oh, kickers for sure. Don't ever Chris Carter, famous line, I love it. Don't ever let the game come down to a kicker because they're not a football player.
Speaking of mental toughness, just real quick, I dislike DBs the most, but generally, if you think about it, you have to be the most mentally tough to play a DB position. I just wanted to say that real quick.
Them or a quarterback, you have to be just short memory, so short memory.
Yeah, especially DBs, like when you're going in the NFL, like, dude, if you're matched up against Julio Jones, the man might go off on you, and you may, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, you have to be able to line up there, not lose your grip, and then hey, this guy could have went off on you, owned you all day, and you still have to go make one play to win the game, and you have to be able to. All right, I'm stopping him, one play, and you win the game, and it's all it's all forgiven. It's not like it's like nothing happened out there. We won.
Yeah, that's man. Just as an offensive lineman, I don't know. I've always. I didn't really think about DBs like that, but like being away from the game and like, just thinking about you generally they're the best athlete on the field, and then second they're usually they have the most confidence because they have to be, or this bravado I guess as a player.
They just have the worst hands.
yeah, they're super athletic. They can't catch. So, but anyways, back to UFC. I just thought that was
I like that. It's mental toughness at its fine because we might be seeing that when basketball and football come back. There probably may not be fans for a while, so you're gonna hear just constantly people talking. Maybe not so much in football, but you're gonna be hearing receivers and sideline people that are there just getting into some people, and it's gonna be like,
it'll be interesting because I know the Bundesliga comes back.
No fans though, right?
This week, yeah, but I think that's I think sometimes soccer does that.
Soccer does that because they get in trouble for racism over there, and they ban fans. I see Champions League matches all the time when they're playing some random club out of I don't want to throw any Eastern Europe over there, and somebody has a black guy on their team, and they throw bananas at them, some nonsense, and so they get a fan ban. So they definitely play a lot of games with no fans.
I think Barcelona, if I'm not mistaken, I think they had to do that against. I don't know, but I've seen that in a Barcelona game. Not a Barcelona fan. I just for some reason that pops into my mind when I think
like because they're kind of a super major club. So I know the Premier League said they'll be back June 1st or August 1st.
I thought I saw June 1st.
It might have been June 1st. Could be tripping totally. Yeah, June 1st behind closed doors. They'll be back, which is good.
Yeah,
Liverpool finally get that title.
Yeah, man, what a dominant team, Liverpool. What are they ahead? It's like something crazy.
They need 6 points. They need 6 points, and there's
2 games. Yeah,
there's like 12 games left, 11 games left, and they need 6 points.
So so you would theoretically you think you get that because who's the second? City?
Man City, and they don't play each other.
Yeah, so
it's GG. It's pretty much GG. Yeah, that's why they were like, are they going to cancel the season? Liverpool hasn't won in like 30 years. Everyone's losing their minds over there.
I mean, even though everyone knows Liverpool's the best team.
Yes, but you're going to get cheated. I could just see it now. Just when you're fans of when you're a distraught fan base, which it sounds like from everything I understand Liverpool is, they're a distraught fan base that is always kind of good and has potential, and then they let you down constantly. And
I see Man United fans kind of I'm a Bayern Munich fan. I'll just let everybody know.
Stupid German football. Nobody cares.
Yeah, Man United fans on Twitter are kind of crazy about that. Like, technically, Liverpool still hasn't won the Premier League. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, come on, guys. So.
Come on. They haven't. They're gonna win it. Hopefully, they just get 2 games. You play 2 games, you get 2 wins, you get your 6 points. Nobody can take anything away from you.
I will say, I'm a big fan of Roberto Firmino. So. I hope Liverpool pulls it off. I mean, it'd be nice to see them. I'm just like that's something that's a guilty pleasure of mine. I will say that soccer is a guilty pleasure of mine, and that's been something for me. I shouldn't even say guilty. It's really fun. That's something I got into probably 3 or 4 years ago. I remember talking to you about that in college. Still, I was kind of getting into the soccer scene. We used to play FIFA all the time, so.
Yeah, that'll definitely get you into the soccer thing, and
for sure,
it's fun to watch. It's a little slow, but at least
when they score though, man. It's crazy.
you know the length of the game at least. That's why I like some teams better than others. Teams that score much more enjoyable to watch. Not Spain.
For sure.
Spanish teams, all they do is just kick around and pass the ball. They're having fun out there.
Yeah, the Pep Guardiola.
Uh-oh. Sit back, counterattack. So boring. Terrible.
Yeah. Not for Pete.
No, not for anybody who likes soccer whatsoever. But the purists will say it's beautiful. It's like, this is why nobody likes it in America, because we want to score and see action.
Right. That's true.
And don't go down. Oh, somebody breathes on a Spanish player. Down. Foul. They're screaming. They're crying. They got shot. He's down.
That or Sergio Ramos is breaking some leg or something.
Taking him out from behind or pulled him. Yeah, what he
somebody,
destroyed Salah in the Champions League.
Salah, and then else. I feel like someone from Barcelona, he did that too.
Yeah. Soccer. I think it's a whole European thing. I don't get it.
Yeah.
This could be some real American.
Pretty dirty player.
This is a real American bias showing right now.
Yeah, Sergio Ramos, dirty player, man. I'll say that. I'm not saying, yeah, I am. He's a dirty player. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry for your Sergio. Sorry to the Sergio Ramos fans.
The three people out there that are listening.
Yeah. Hey, we thank you. We love you.
Yeah. All right. Oh, I want to get back to the UFC because there was the main card. The Justin Gaethje Tony Ferguson fight. It was supposed to be Khabib, but Khabib locked down in Russia over there and said he couldn't fight, so Gaethje filled in, and it was supposed to be for the lightweight championship. And Khabib is 28-0 fight; he's undefeated, and Tony Ferguson was number 2. And this is the same division Conor McGregor's in, so this is kind of a hot division. Even though it's lightweight, It's fun to watch because they do a good job. And Gaethje totally upset Ferguson and beat the crap out of him for 5 rounds, which was, a hell of a fight on him. I don't know how Tony Ferguson was still standing. If you see some of these punches, like he was getting beat on.
Total beat down.
Yes, like monster jabs he was taking to the head just constantly. And then the ref finally stopped it in the 5th round when he took one to the face. And then you know how you like shake it off and try and shake it off? He couldn't shake it off, and he started shaking his head again. And the ref was like, "Whoa, no more, no mas." And he was mad.
No brain injuries.
Yeah, like we're not like you could die, dude. This is bad. So then this sparked a whole thing on Twitter, which you gotta love it because Conor McGregor, if he's anything, he's entertaining. And he went out like calling Khabib scared. All he does is grab at people's legs and he runs away. He doesn't want to really fight people. He only does it when he waits for people to get beat up and then he fights them, basically. Because Gaethje called out Khabib and he says he wants him for the belt. And then Conor posted a picture of Khabib in a bath with a bunch of guys and goes, "Look at you. You just grab legs and you take baths with other men. You're not a real man." And I was dying. I was like, oh my Conor. That's such good trash talk.
That's the most Irish thing I've ever heard.
And he's like, "Well, fucking kill you, whatever." He don't want to fight. He's like, "Well, be a man and fight me." He's like, "Gaethje, I'll destroy." And then he started calling out Gaethje. He's like, "I'll destroy you, and then I'll destroy Khabib too." He wants them all. And I was like, I do want me some Conor back in there, but.
You think Conor's washed up a little bit?
I don't know, man. He looks so good against Cowboy in his fight, but Cowboy's old, and Cowboy got beat up again this weekend. He just keeps taking L's in UFC.
He gets his ass beat,
Yeah, basically. But if Conor's focused, he's a bad man.
Yeah. Hey, man, it's almost like they hit that threshold, kind of like Chocolate started getting their ass beat at a certain age. You know, it's just like, you're an old man, dude.
Yes.
Stop fighting.
Yeah. It's hard, though, because you hit your mental peak after you hit your physical peak, and that kind of...
Yeah.
Fighters seem to they peak later, it almost seems like early 30s, like 31, 32, it seems to be a peak for a fighter.
And then it's a
sharp drop off. Yes, a sharp drop because you start losing that athletic ability super quick at that age. You know?
Right.
But hey, have you seen those videos of Mike Tyson going around at 53? Look like he's about to make a comeback in a boxing.
Okay, so funny story. Not really a story. It was a joke around the office that we would talk about, like, how much would you have to get paid to get punched in the face by Mike Tyson? And me being an idiot, like, oh, he's in his 50s, man. Like, he can't hit me that hard anymore. Yeah. Dudes at work, I completely take back anything I said about that. There's no amount of money you could give me to get punched in the face by Mike Tyson.
I mean...
Because that was insane, what I saw.
For those who haven't seen it, this man looks like a young Mike Tyson. He is swinging full speed. It's like lightning. It's insanity. At 53 years old, it's like, and he's got that old man strength now. You get that old man strength too. When
The dad strength.
Yes, like the muscles get hard and tough. It's like, I don't want to take a God. You're right. You could not pay me enough to take a I mean, you know what?
He could kill me.
Yeah, he could kill you. And like, I need a full padded mattress for me to land on, and a doctor standing right there. I mean, I'll take it for like $1 million, but I'm gonna be out cold.
Hey, he's got to wear a glove.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, no fist. I'm not trying to get my jaw completely shattered.
No bare knuckles. No, I'm good. But no, man, like he's just like, you know, it's just like once in a generation type talent. Like raw talent. Like, not even raw. Like, I mean, obviously he's a refined athlete, but like just someone who has that physical capability. It's amazing to watch people like be masters of their craft. So.
I don't want to say he could make a comeback into boxing. I know George Foreman made the comeback late and won the title. Yeah. I don't think he can hang with those big freaks, Wilder and Fury, because I mean, Mike is as small as can be, so it ain't gonna help. He gonna have to get in there and kill you. But good God, because somebody posted a picture of him. I think it was in November or December at a football game. He was like there, and he looked kind of chunky and heavy, and now he looks like a damn rock. It's like that man is a killer. Like he just got in his mind, like, I'm getting in shape. I'm gonna go work out and get into fighting shape because he's a killer. And then I know on the Joe Rogan podcast, when he was on a while ago, he said he was afraid to get back into the gym and stuff because he just knows, like, he's a killer. He'll just turn him back on. He'll just want to kill somebody. Yep. It's like, oh my God, that's scary.
Bite someone's ear off.
Yeah. Again, nah. I passed that. He just is a killer. He got killer attitude. I'll destroy you.
He just knocks out Zach Galifianakis in The Hangover.
Yeah, for stealing his tiger.
Yeah. Dude, he's God.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's insane to watch people just be
that good.
Elite. Yeah, elite at something. And he's just elite at beating ass.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of elite,
how tall is Mike?
I think he's like 5'9".
Yeah.
5'10", maybe 5'9". I don't know. He's small. He is super small.
Who would you take? A young Mike Tyson over Tyson Fury, right?
Yes, you got it. Because Mike's gonna get in your. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how Mike's just gonna get in your face though. He's gonna destroy you.
And see, I'm ignorant to boxing. I'll say it right now. Was he fighting big dudes like that?
Yeah, I mean, he was fighting heavyweight. He fought heavyweight.
Okay, not necessarily big dudes, tall guys.
But yeah, I'm assuming. I'm not necessarily sure how big they were, but they were normal heavyweights are like 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". They're big dudes.
And he just
destroys them. All of them. He destroyed when he was in his prime.
He just get in there, right?
Yeah, just kill. Yeah. You'd be on the floor before you even knew it.
How much money did he make over his fighting career?
A lot, but he lost it all, I think.
Yeah, he went bankrupt twice, right?
I don't know, but yeah, he's an eccentric character. To be that great at something, you got to be a little crazy. Like I said, like you see
That's true.
And you started watching The Last Dance. You're starting to see a little bit. Michael Jordan is a bona fide lunatic.
Yeah.
And you're not even at the good episodes yet.
Yeah, I think I promised the audience I would start it, I believe, last week.
Yes.
And I started it yesterday, and I watched 5 episodes. I watched 5 episodes just like that. So
probably knock out the last 5 when they come out next weekend.
Yeah, it's incredible to watch. Didn't know Dennis Rodman was a madman like that.
Dude.
Didn't know he dated. Didn't know. Okay, sorry. I knew he was a madman. I didn't know he was that much of a madman, and I didn't know he dated and Carmen Electra.
Dude, so, right? He's a beast.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
Yeah, so I was...
And he married himself.
Flabbergasted. I was flabbergasted to hear that yesterday, or watch that. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, Carmen Electra in her prime. Woo!
Yeah. I mean, my man Scottie Pippen did not know he played at Central Arkansas. I can only imagine if, I went to Podunk FCS school and had to go play Scottie Pippen college, who was 6'7" his sophomore year and was jumping from half court to dunk it on people. Could you imagine?
Yeah,
like me running out there,
just like, hey, probably some Poda. I just think of like Riley or somebody, Riley or Leighton that played, D3 college basketball, like getting run on by somebody that's an NBA player.
Yeah, like just a dude that just happened to be 6'2" and he grew 5 inches in the summer and just.
Hey man, it's
but
late bloomers.
But could still dribble. Yeah.
So
Scottie Pippen. So here is the thing I will say, because I had this argument with my dad. and I don't care if this will piss people off because I don't really have a dog in the fight on the GOAT conversation. I generally don't care. But it's crazy to hear people, especially timers. I know we don't really have a thing podcast, but MJ fans, I feel like sometimes try to do revisionist history sometimes.
Oh, yes.
It seem like, and they try to make it seem like Mike did by himself.
My
man Scottie Pippen was an animal.
Mike, so you'll see why Scottie Pippen gets dogged by some people coming up.
Yeah.
I'll just tell you that, Rutch.
Okay.
He did something very surprising that the younger generation didn't really know about. That was a boy. Whew.
Like scumbaggy? Or?
Yeah, I'll just tell you this one. It dings a lot of his legacy, and I can see why people don't hold him as highly as they do. And so be ready for that. But yeah, it's just Mike never missed a shot. Mike never did anything. He was all him. He scored every basket. He shot 100% from the field. So that's the thing. That's the revisionist history. Or like the NBA was so much tougher and more brutal back then. It's like, maybe.
He started winning when Larry and Magic were out.
Yeah, he had to beat the bad boy. Once he got over he had to get over the Pistons.
And that was it, yeah. Because then Clyde Drexler was a Hall of Famer, but nowhere near Mike's level. Hakeem didn't win anything until Michael left.
Yeah, when Mike took his 2 years off.
Yeah, and it's just like,
And they always beat Ewing in the Knicks.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the Knicks. That's not surprising. They're always trying to win the league.
Did they show that episode? Yeah, you probably saw that. What was it? When they played them in the Eastern Conference Finals, and the Knicks had a 2-0 lead. I think in '91.
Maybe, I don't know. That's another thing that kind of bugs me about the very minute thing. They bounce back and forth between times so much. It's so hard to follow.
Oh, see, some people say that. You keep track of it.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. You could tell Mike's a lot older. They're a lot older in one than the other. Mike, he looks like two totally different people, honestly, from young Mike to old Mike.
Mike got, what was he, 6'6", like 215, just like solid rocked up. My man was living it up too. It's not like he was like LeBron where he spends all that money on himself.
Taking care of his body, yeah. Mike's out there every night,
smoking cigars,
gambling, smoking cigars all night, playing
drinking
golf.
Some whiskey. Yeah.
No, he's a big tequila guy.
Tequila, whatever.
He's a big tequila and OJ guy.
Yeah. Oh, ew.
Yeah, right? That's a weird combo. That's a weird combo.
Yeah, just there's some vodka right there, dog. Make you a screwdriver.
No.
But yeah, man, I'm really enjoying it. Probably should win best soundtrack, the documentary this year.
Yes.
Easily.
Yes. It bombs.
It's an elite soundtrack, yeah. But yeah, man, Scotty didn't know he had 11 brothers and sisters. That kind of blew my mind too. Didn't know he's from Arkansas. Didn't know that. Well, so yeah, man, I'm learning a lot about.
Yeah, you learn a lot. You're just a baby. You were just a baby, man.
Yeah, I was born in '95, so he won what, 2 more championships or 3?
96, 97, 98 they won.
So he won 3 years.
Yeah, 3 in a row. Yeah, he was just about to start that second three-peat.
Yeah, but yeah, Mike was freaking rocked up in the mid to late 90s for sure.
He had to put that body on. He had to put it on.
See, here's the thing. Okay, so I don't know. Bill Laimbeer just pisses me.
He pissed everybody off.
Yeah, like I just look at him like, I hate you.
Just
like it's just, yeah. Like,
he's got that face, right?
Yeah, it's just his face. He's just got such a punchable 7-foot face. I know he'd beat my ass, but
yeah, and he's a big, doofy white guy that just hit you as hard as you. No easy baskets on Bill.
Yeah, it's just funny. And finally, Michael was like, you know what? I'm gonna gain 15 pounds.
We're hitting the weight room because that's the only way we're beating these guys, right?
Yeah. But yeah, man. So I'm excited to see. So I gotta watch 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
The last 2 come out
and
Sunday.
Then, you could probably get it done.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
So, yeah, man.
I'm excited. All right. I think that's going to do it for us this week. If you enjoy our show, remember to share, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you all next week.